Yes, thank you. So my background is has been in biodiversity data and managing threatened species for quite a number of years across an array of sectors, from environmental consultancy within federal and state government, working in conservation recovery programs, as well as in the research sector before starting my startup. And what I really love is actually bringing a whole bunch of passionate people together with really diverse backgrounds and unique skills to really build something different and innovative that can advance nature conservation at scale. As a conservation ecologist, I have watched so many things being whittled away over time and being degraded and lost. And, a lot of that is driven by government policy. So I feel that the latest global biodiversity framework is quite an exciting era that we're in, that we can actually turn this thing around. One of the things or types of technologies that I've built is wildlife drones, which is a radio telemetry sensor. And it is used in 4 countries at the moment, and it helps people collect more data more often with less effort by letting the drone do the work to better understand and manage the movements and survival of both threatened species and invasive species, so people can make better management decisions. Some examples of how that's used, so you can sort of understand the importance of that. In the US, for example, a lot of the work being done is on invasive species, tracking both feral pigs that are damaging not only to agricultural landscapes and crops, but also to those natural wetlands, etc. Burmese pythons that we know are major predators and a huge problem down in the Everglades, right up to Washington State, where they're tracking giant hornets that are becoming established in the United States and threatening the pollination industry. So even, one piece of technology can really have an influence on how we're managing many different things. More broadly, there's been used on pangolins in Vietnam that have been rescued from the black market trade and released back into the wild, and being able to keep track of those to actually be able to monitor and demonstrate success in the actions that they've been implementing. And I think this is a really key part of what we're looking at moving forward, is enhancing the ability to have good data to understand, is what we're doing working, and can we turn it around from negative to being positive. Here in Australia, we are often tracking koalas, either with radio tracking or using thermal imagery. And this is very helpful after mega bushfires that we're having more intense and more frequently now. And then, but from all of this, we really identified that there's so many people out there collecting so much data that we really need to be able to pull that together and have a really single point where corporations can go to get the data they need to make better decisions, to understand how they can really turn around their operations, make them more sustainable, and have positive impacts on biodiversity, rather than just looking at what impacts we're having, but turn that around and really add value for the business as well as for nature.